Welcome back to Brain Bitesize. Today, we will discuss a unique perspective: the 10 struggles of being the only INFJ in the family. Number 1. Sensing too much. INFJs are naturally gifted with an extraordinary sense of intuition. This heightened sensitivity is not just limited to their surroundings but also extends to the emotions and energy of the people around them, especially their families. Being an INFJ in a family means being an emotional sponge, absorbing every sentiment, every mood shift, every unspoken tension. Picture this: a typical family dinner. The table is set, and everyone is laughing and eating, seemingly a picture-perfect moment. But for an INFJ, it's a different story entirely. They might sense a subtle tension hanging in the air, a silent disagreement, or a hidden worry. And it's not just a vague feeling. It's almost as if they can physically feel the tension, a prickling sensation at the back of their mind, an unease they can't shake off. However, the real struggle starts when they try to communicate these feelings. It's not easy to explain that you sense something is off when everything seems perfectly normal on the surface. More often than not, INFJs end up being misunderstood. Their concerns are brushed off as overthinking or hypersensitivity. Number 2. Turning into frequent absorbers. INFJs, by their very nature, are incredibly empathetic. This trait makes them excellent listeners and confidants. However, this means they often become the emotional absorbers within their families. Like a sponge soaking up water, INFJs absorb the emotions of those around them, especially their loved ones. They sense their family members' spoken and unspoken feelings and take them on as if they were their own. Imagine being an INFJ in a family where someone is going through a tough time. The pain, the worry, the stress, they feel it all, even when they're not directly involved. It's as if their hearts echo the same emotions, making it almost impossible for them to distance themselves from the situation. This emotional absorption is not a conscious choice. It's an inherent part of who they are. The real struggle arises when these absorbed emotions become too heavy. It can be emotionally exhausting, taking a toll on their mental health. There's also the added pressure of feeling compelled to help, to fix things, even when they don't have the capacity or, sometimes, the desire to do so. Number 3. People-pleasing. INFJs deeply desire harmony and peace, especially within their families. They are often seen as the peacemakers who step up to mediate conflicts and smooth over rough patches. This desire for peace, while admirable, can often lead them down the path of people-pleasing. This behavior stems from their empathetic nature and innate understanding of others' emotions. They hate seeing their loved ones upset or distressed, so they go above and beyond to ensure everyone around them is happy and content. This can involve making personal sacrifices, compromising on their desires, or suppressing their feelings to avoid causing any discomfort to their family members. But here's where the struggle comes in. In their quest to keep everyone else happy, INFJs often neglect their needs and feelings. They silently bear the burden of their suppressed emotions, putting on a brave face for the world. Over time, this can lead to resentment, frustration, and emotional exhaustion. Moreover, this people-pleasing behavior doesn't just stop at home. It often spills over into other areas of their lives, like their work or social circles, further adding to their emotional burden. They constantly try to meet others' expectations, often at the cost of their happiness and well-being. Number 4. Becoming the complicated one. INFJs, with their multifaceted personalities, often find themselves labeled as the complicated or difficult ones in the family. Their unique traits and behaviors, while making them who they are, can often be confusing for their family members, who may need help understanding their complex nature. One aspect of this complexity is their mood swings. INFJs are deeply emotional and sensitive individuals. They feel things intensely, and these intense emotions can often lead to unpredictable mood swings. One moment, they might be the life of the party, and the next, they may retreat into their shell, preferring solitude over company. This unpredictability can leave their family members bewildered and unsure how to approach or interact with them. Another trait that contributes to this perceived complexity is their perfectionism. INFJs have high standards for themselves and others. They strive for perfection in everything they do, which can often be overly critical or challenging to please. This can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts within the family, especially if others interpret their perfectionism as dissatisfaction or ungratefulness. Lastly, their knack for knowing things without being told can also be disconcerting for their family members. Thanks to their intuitive nature, INFJs often pick up on things that others miss. They can sense when something is off or when someone is hiding something, even when nothing has been explicitly said. While this trait makes them excellent problem solvers, it can also make them seem mysterious or even eerie to others. Number 5. Seeing the gaps and misses. INFJs are natural problem solvers who desire to make things right. This includes not just tangible problems but also interpersonal issues. They are drawn to broken things and people, not because they see them as projects but because they genuinely want to help. Within the family, this trait might manifest as them trying to mend relationships, even when they aren't the cause of the rift. They can't stand seeing their loved ones in conflict or distress, so they step in, trying to mediate and heal the wounds. They believe in the power of communication and understanding and often go to great lengths to bring about peace and harmony. However, this desire to fix everything can become a burden. Not all problems can be solved, and not everyone wants to be fixed. Despite their good intentions, their efforts might only sometimes be appreciated or welcomed. They might find themselves caught in the crossfire, bearing the brunt of others' frustrations and anger. This can lead to disappointment and disillusionment, especially when their efforts yield different results. Number 6. Being the odd one out. INFJs are naturally introverted and often need time alone to recharge their batteries. This can make them seem distant or aloof to their family members, especially during social events or family gatherings. INFJs may often retreat to their rooms for some much-needed solitude or stay quiet during family dinners or gatherings, preferring to observe and listen rather than participate in the conversation. They enjoy deep, meaningful conversations and may find small talk or superficial chatter draining. While perfectly normal for INFJs, this behavior can make them appear odd among their kin. This feeling of being different and not fitting in can be isolating. It can lead to loneliness and alienation, even when surrounded by their loved ones. They might feel misunderstood or misjudged and struggle to express their feelings or explain their needs to their family members. Number 7. Rarely winning arguments. INFJs are thoughtful, reflective individuals who value harmony and peace in their relationships. Their sensitivity and empathy often lead them to avoid confrontations or heated debates, especially with their loved ones. While they can stand up for themselves and present well-reasoned arguments, they usually choose not to. They prioritize maintaining relationships over winning debates. They'd rather swallow their pride or suppress their feelings than risk hurting someone they care about. It's not about winning or losing for them. It's about preserving the peace and ensuring everyone feels heard and understood. However, this approach can sometimes leave them feeling like they rarely come out on top in family disagreements. They might feel unheard or overlooked, which can lead to feelings of frustration and resentment. They might feel like their opinions or feelings are being dismissed, which can damage their self-esteem and confidence. Number 8. Feeling conflicted. INFJs are highly empathetic individuals, which means they are often keenly aware of the emotions and desires of those around them. While a strength, this trait can also be a source of internal conflict, especially within a family context. INFJs often find themselves juggling their feelings with those of their family members. They strongly desire to keep everyone happy and content, which can be difficult when family members have opposing desires or expectations. They might feel torn between different family members, trying to mediate and find a solution that suits everyone. This constant balancing act can be emotionally taxing for INFJs. They might feel like they're being pulled in different directions, which can lead to feelings of stress and anxiety. They might also suppress their desires or needs to keep the peace, leaving them feeling unfulfilled or resentful. Moreover, their desire to avoid conflict might prevent them from expressing their feelings or standing up for themselves, further adding to their internal conflict. They might struggle with guilt or disappointment, especially if they feel they've let someone down. Number 9. Easily misunderstood. INFJs are complex and reflective individuals with a rich inner world that isn't easily accessible to others. Their thoughts, actions, and intentions may not always align with what's considered normal or expected, which can lead to misunderstandings within their family. Even within the comfort of their own homes, INFJs often find that their family members struggle to grasp their unique perspectives and approaches to life. They might be misunderstood for their need for solitude, mistaken as aloofness or indifference. Their deep, philosophical thoughts might be misinterpreted as overthinking or worry. Their desire for authenticity and meaningful interactions might be misconstrued as overly severe or intense. These constant misunderstandings can lead to hurt and frustration for the INFJ. They might feel like they constantly have to explain themselves or justify their behavior, which can be draining. They might also feel alienated or isolated, even among their loved ones. Number 10. Loneliness in a crowded room. This paradoxical experience perfectly encapsulates the INFJ's deep need for meaningful connections and their struggle to find them, even among their loved ones. Despite being surrounded by their family, INFJs sometimes feel isolated and disconnected. INFJs are not content with surface-level interactions. They crave depth and substance in their conversations. They yearn for discussions that delve into philosophies, dreams, fears, and the complexities of life. However, only some people are comfortable or interested in such discussions, which can leave INFJs feeling alone in their thoughts and feelings. This disconnection can be significantly pronounced in a family setting, where interactions are frequent but only sometimes deep or meaningful. They might feel like they're on a different wavelength from their family members, unable to connect or share their inner world honestly. Even amidst the noise and bustle of family gatherings, they might feel a sense of solitude. These feelings of loneliness can be emotionally taxing for INFJs. They might feel misunderstood or out of place, which can lead to feelings of sadness or frustration. They might also question their sense of belonging, wondering why they can't connect like others seem to. So there you have it, the 10 struggles of being the only INFJ in the family. It's important to remember that these challenges are not unique to INFJs. Many personality types face similar issues within their families. If you're an INFJ or have an INFJ in your family, understanding and empathy can go a long way in creating a harmonious environment. Please let us know in the comments below if you have any thoughts or additional struggles to share. And as always, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Thanks for watching Brain Bitesize, and we'll see you in the next video.